What happened that I feel overwhelmed with the everyday keepings up of life? When really I was supposed to have been trained since I was like 5. What happened? What happened? What happened?
Sometimes all we have to do is show up. Even when you feel like you don't know what's ahead, when the purpose feels unclear, and you don't know what the outcome will be, when you're tired or you want to give up, when God has shifted your direction and there's no sense of control, when you must let go and let life run its course. And I know that can be very uncomfortable. It always comes when you least expect it, and it can take many forms in our lives. Like when you're moving to a different place, or you've outgrown a friendship, when you're in between career shifts, or just figuring things out, when who you've been no longer fits, but who you're becoming hasn't arrived yet. Everything seems unclear, and it can feel like being lost without a sense of where to go. And as much as we may want to outrun it, we will always find a way to show back up. It can make you feel powerless, and it's terrifying. For so long, I've struggled within this area of my life. Every time it comes, I find a way to escape. I find some sort of excuse why blank wasn't working for me, or it wasn't the right time, only to find myself back in the gray area in some other form. I've reached the point where I want to surrender, to stand my ground, to settle into the fog, because I've grown to understand that it's the sweet spot where growth happens, the beginning of a shift, the shift to choose differently. Change is inevitable, and it's the one thing in life you cannot run from. Growing isn't supposed to be comfortable, and change cannot come without some form of struggle. And as I rise each time I fall, the more resilient I become. I am not a failure, and I am not behind. It's another gentle nudge from God to trust not in the outcome, but in myself. So today I honor the gray area, and I let it be my teacher, not my enemy. Because here, even in the unknown, I believe the roots of me are still becoming.